people are coming from work, and I know that some of you guys are still on your way. It's understandable. So I hope more students are going to be joining us. So my name is Abednego Banda, and I'm going to be your lecturer for part-time Digital Marketing 3. I'm also lecturing full-time Digital Marketing 3, and the content is the same. It's just that with the full-time class, I've got 6 lessons with them in 3 days. And with you guys, I'm going to have 6 lessons with you in 4 hours. Meaning the content that I teach during the full-time class is the same content that I'm going to teach with the part-time class, and the assignment and everything is going to be the same. So I'm currently working at Business Brief, so I'm also employed just like you guys, and I'm lecturing part-time at Boston. I work at Business Brief. I'm a communications and market research manager there. And I'm also a student myself. I'm doing a PhD at the University of Johannesburg. So this would be my 4th degree. So I hope with the knowledge that I've accumulated so far, you guys will find everything that I'm going to share with you useful. But as I'm a student myself, I hope also to learn a lot from you guys. So I took this opportunity. Instead of me studying on my own, I can actually teach digital marketing so that you guys can help me get the knowledge that I am hoping to get as part of my thesis. I'm also married, so it means that I'm also full-time husband and father. I've got a 2-year-old boy, 2-year-old son. So yeah, it's always tricky. So I'm doing 3 things at the same time. I see someone has just asked me, where do you find time? It's difficult to find time in this era of digital age, especially for some like us who are still young, because I'm also in my early 30s. So I'm not old, and very soon before the end of the year, I'll be called a doctor. Imagine being a doctor before the age of 35. I'm so proud of myself of that one, and I'm hoping that I graduate this year because I'm in my final year actually of doing a PhD. So it's not easy to find time. It's never easy because I work full time, I work part time at Boston, and I'm studying full time. So that's me. Now let's hear from you guys. Let's start with Simpiwe. Who are you? What are you doing? What are you hoping to get out of this class, and so forth? Any information that you think you can share with us?
All right. Do I have to introduce myself? Because the 2 ladies, they know me very well, actually, I must say.
Yeah,
I can
you can, because I don't.
I guess I can introduce myself to you.
Mm.
Yeah, so my name is Simpiwe Manini. Um, Obviously, I reside in Joburg. I'm married. I've got 2 kids. I work full time for the company Blue Label Telecoms. I'm a graphic designer by profession. I work in the media space currently, and yeah, what else can I say? Oh yeah, I've got a degree in graphic design. Um, Work full time. Yeah, obviously I study part time, right? And I guess that's about it about myself. Or what I'm expecting to get from the subject or from the actual course
From the subject.
or from the subject. Obviously, the knowledge, man. I'm all about, acquiring as much knowledge as I can, especially on the digital space, because obviously that's the future. So for me, for the fact that I chose digital marketing, so I can foresee where the direction of, of the most of the industry. So they're going, digital. Yeah, so I hope, to learn a lot. And yeah, so far so good. This is my third year now, so hence I'm saying I know the two ladies, so we've been, together on this journey since first year. So yeah, that's me in the nutshell.
Okay, thank you so much, Simpiwe. Nice to meet you. I've just learned that graphic designing and digital marketing are actually inseparable, and I'm considering having some training or some short-term course in the near future because in my work as well
Mm,
at Business Brief, that's the magazine that I work for.
yes.
There are some elements of graphic designing that I'm working on a lot, but I would lie if I were to say that I've got expertise there.
Mm,
But there are some software so far that I've got some basic level, like at really entry level, your InDesign, your
mhm.
CorelDRAW, and so forth. So
Okay.
I'm hoping that I'll have time. The
Mm.
challenge that I have right now, I don't have time actually. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, but you're right. Digital marketing and graphic design, they're more like, a sister and a brother, if I can put it that way.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear from Mashego.
Yeah, I'm having a moment of reflection. With Simpiwe mentioning that we've been actually been together since what 2023, and yeah, it's been a journey. It's been quite a journey, but it also feels like a full circle moment. It's actually so great that we are all here. And Abednego, I mean, we are probably the only students in your class actually for part-time digital marketing. So the high chances that this is us, like everyone here, this is it. But by way of
Mm.
introduction, my name is actually Bash, and my surname is Mashiro. I am
Oh, sorry
26.
about that. I actually thought Mashego was your surname.
No, it's how our what is it? Our company has like put it our name. So it's our surname first and then it's our name.
Oh, I
Uh,
see.
but my name is Bash. And interesting enough, I am in group market research for one of the five big banks. And I work as a consumer insights specialist. I what I don't have like interesting things to say about me because I also don't have many hobbies. But like in my spare time, I like hiking and walking, and I'm trying to get into running, trying to. It's yeah, running is something else, but I'm trying to get into running because I also want to have like a comrades marathon medal. But yeah, maybe it's wishful thinking
Okay.
for now. I I'm not married. I don't have children, thank goodness. It's just
Oh,
me, work, school, and gym. That's what I always tell my friends. I, yeah, it's also my final year. And I think for me, I'm in a point actually in my life where I'm trying to figure out if market research is what I enjoy, or do I want to jump into digital marketing, or do I want to jump into brand strategy and, the other side of like planning for big businesses and forming strategies. So I'm hoping that this lesson and this year will like sort of make sense for me to as to which path to actually take. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to the year and I'm looking forward to the subject, obviously to learn a lot from you and my fellow students. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
okay. Thank you, Besh. Thank you. I hope you did not feel any offense to call you your surname, since you might even leave that surname anytime soon if you get married.
No, absolutely not. It's not a problem.
All right. Yeah, I'm also in the space, as I said at the beginning, I'm also in the space of market research. So the good thing, based on what you've said so far, It's always difficult to divorce one field and join another. That's what I've learned so far because I do not have straight qualifications in digital marketing. I come from a strategic communication field. So all my qualifications are from honors, masters, and now PhD. It's in strategic communication. Though my undergrad, it's in communication and media studies and so forth. So realize that the space of digital marketing, consumer research, public relations, advertising, branding, corporate communications, marketing communications, stakeholder communication, media relations, it's it's just kids under one mom. I don't know how to put it. So you need the other field to survive. As a market researcher, for example, you realize that most of the things that you're doing are actually digital. The same way I mentioned to Simpio with graphic designing, how do you send out the message out there without a proper way of laying it out, be it in a graphic format or still images or motion images or videos and so forth. So you cannot actually divorce these communication fields. One or the other, they are interlinked. I don't know if I'm making any sense.
Yes,
Uh,
definitely.
mm,
Um,
ma-
so 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 from what I'm currently doing with group market research, there are links to like obviously what the social media team does,
mm,
and that's also linked to like digital marketing. So it's definitely like they're all linked, they're all under marketing. So there's definitely links.
yeah. Anyway, as this year unfolds, you actually get to know a lot because there are a lot of things that we're going to discuss under digital marketing, and you see that most of the stuff you're already doing them one way or the other. Anyway, let's hear from Mapapadi. I hope I'm pronouncing your name well.
Hi, sorry. Yes, you are pronouncing it well. However, we're still struggling to change that name in my ID because that is the incorrect spelling. It's
I
actually,
understand. Give us the
yeah.
correct spelling. Let me be the home affairs first.
Yes, it's Mpapadi, so it's Mpapadi.
Oh, they put A there.
They did.
Or A shouldn't be
So
there, so it's in Papadi.
yes, Mpapadi. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, my name is Mpapadi Patricia Ralebelle. I don't have kids, not married. I am.
While you are there, I don't understand why Bay said, I don't have kids, thank God.
You know what? It's very important because of the age that we're at. I think for me and Bash, it's kind of very important that we don't have kids at this point because I think we kind of understand that we wouldn't manage with the kind of work that I do, and juggling both studies and work at the same time, and still living under my mom's roof. That doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? So for me, it kind of just won't add up the equation. Um, but in future, yes, definitely, it is something that I'm definitely looking forward to, marriage and kids. Otherwise, for now, I am not really interested. um, I'm a foreign exchange officer, so I work at an intermediary where we offer services in foreign exchange. I've been in this line of work for 3 years, and I've just acquired my licenses, my RE licenses, for me to work in other institutions and in management. Um, Luckily enough, I was promoted to be a manager last year. And then unfortunately, that meant I needed to get my licenses to be able to work in that position. Um, Initially studying this entire course, and initially I wasn't going to choose digital marketing, but after careful consideration and speaking to a lot of specialists in the marketing field, I felt the need to just keep my options open, and I decided that I'm gonna fall under I'm going to do digital marketing because I feel like there's a lot to learn. And in terms of growing in the kind of industry that I'm in, there's a lot of things to do in banking. And, you know, with digital marketing, I think I can maybe get something in the bank, or, you know, like Besh is doing. I'm not really a pro. I'm here to learn, I guess. I still have a long way to go. Initially, I wanted to do radio. However, I don't think with radio, I feel like I have talent for radio, and I've always had a dream of being a presenter. And sometimes with, you know, with the digital marketing knowledge or knowing what you're doing in this particular module that I'm doing now could maybe put me in the background in radio, so it's not really blocking me. But also, if I needed to go into radio and my talent was recognized, it would also be possible without a qualification. So I just figured that I would take digital marketing as a career line and not as something that, you know, I would play around with. I think radio for me is something that I really do enjoy, and it kind of turned into a hobby to an extent where I do voiceovers on my spare time. And yeah, I guess that's about it.
Okay, thank you so much, Mpapaji. I just hope that I'll get used to calling you that, because I just call what I see. So the first impression that I got was Mapapadi. I just hope I'm
Yeah.
going to um I'm actually happy that you are coming in with a new angle. You know, forex, foreign. I didn't get what you said a lot, but I feel like it's a new angle that you are bringing to the field of marketing. Remember, guys, as much as we are engaged right now, I feel like this will be sort of a panel discussion where we are going to learn a lot from each other, because you're already in industries, and see how we can better position digital marketing um, to tailor what we have already come across in our industries, be it designing, graphic designing, be it consumer research, be it what Babad is doing. And you realize that most of these things, you are already doing them. You know, so you already have the skeletons of digital marketing. What is missing at point in time would be the flesh to add to it, because we live digital marketing. We are using gadgets, we are communicating online. There are lots of strategies that we develop on a daily basis without actually realizing that we are developing strategies. So now we are just going to be adding some theories to it on how we make life work, because digital marketing is all about bringing everything to life, you know, from a digital age point of view. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy this class, and I also hope that I'm going to learn a lot from you, as you are also going to learn something from me. So throughout the lessons, we are going to have some teasers. So these are just my details on the screen. I don't know if you can see them.
You can see
That's
them.
my. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay.
So that's my mobile number. We need to have a WhatsApp group for instant communication, especially when someone is running late for class, or maybe there are some network issues. These things are always happening. So sometimes we have to communicate on that WhatsApp group, and I think it's something that you guys are all familiar with. And of course, some few things just to run past everyone. Most of the announcements are going to be made in class, and some can always be confirmed on WhatsApp. But I highly encourage our students, you know, to rely on official communication from me, because I've realized that sometimes students, especially the full-time one, they've got a tendency of misleading each other deliberately. Maybe you've got a beef with someone, there's been a postponement on an assignment. Maybe the assignment was due tomorrow on Friday, then it has been postponed to the other Friday. A student can even add more weeks to say that no, it's due on that other week. Then you relax, only to realize that you have been misled and you have missed a deadline. So most of the announcements are going to be made in class and on WhatsApp group, but we're also going to be making use of Core Campus. There's also a discussion forum there, and most of the lecture notes you are also going to get them from the core campus platform. So this is the structure of the lectures. So whenever we meet, we are going to have a recap on what is it that we have learned so far. And I'm going to ask students to sort of provide a brief background on what we've learned. The purpose is not to punish students. I know whenever you ask students like, can you tell us what is it that we did? And they feel like, oh, um, he's testing my knowledge, or, this person has got a beef with me. No, it is actually a way of making students remember what is it that we've discussed, so that the more you talk about it, the more it also stays in your heart. You're also going to have some essential readings, further readings, description of key concepts, and we unpack those concepts in class. And throughout the lesson, I'll expect you guys to engage with one another, because digital marketing in its nature, just like other communication subjects, it's an oral subject. So there's more talking than writing. So I expect students to engage in this topic. It doesn't necessarily matter that you are providing the right answers or good answers. Whatever that is on your mind, you just need to share with us, then we discuss it and we see how related it is to digital marketing or whatever that you are going to be talking about. Then, of course, we need to apply theory to practice. That's why we are here. Whatever that we learn, we need to be able to apply it to a given scenario. And there are also some times where I'm going to give you guys some food for thoughts, something that you need to go and think it over. I don't want to call it a homework because you're not in high school, we are not at school. But yeah, I also understand that you've got a busy work life, but there are some instances where you guys will be asked to go and find out about something, then you share it in the next class. Then, of course, there are some case study analysis that we are going to be talking about. Then there will be a conclusion, and you'll be given an opportunity as well to have some comments, some additions, some subtraction, and so forth, as well as a teaser for the next lesson. Are there any questions so far?
So far, so good.
Okay. I'm very happy that you guys already know each other. As Simpiwe said, you guys already know each other. So it means that I cannot highly ask you guys to be kind and polite to one another, because this is something that I can say that already it's in your blood, in your veins, because you know each other. I know that sometimes students, they can easily offend each other, especially when engaging. All of a sudden, someone is acting as if they know better than others. So yeah, for productivity, I would just ask these are just basic things, guys. I know that you are well aware of this, so that's why I'm not highly emphasizing on those. The one thing that I'd like to emphasize on is creativity. So digital marketing is all about thinking outside the box. Why so? Because we operate in a highly noisy space. Everyone wants to be heard in the digital landscape. Think about all those brands. Think about all those individuals online. Everyone wants to be followed. Everyone wants to be tagged. Everyone wants to be mentioned. So it means that the digital environment is highly noisy. So if there's lack of creativity, as brands and as individuals have got certain goals to achieve, it's then always difficult to achieve those goals if you are not creative. So I always encourage students to think outside the box, not to go with the conventional thinking. You need to be radical in your thinking, think outside the box, and see how you are going to achieve whatever you want to achieve. Because digital marketing is all about strategy. And this final year, the only thing that we are going to be talking about is strategy, formulating strategy, developing strategy, cultivating strategy, and so forth. Because all of the stuff you've already learned in your first year and your second year. But here, whatever that you are going to be talking about, it has to be linked to strategy development. So I encourage you to have those radical thoughts whereby whatever you do, is diagonal and is always lead to innovative ways of doing things. I've already asked this thing. One thing that I want to ask you guys, how do you think digital marketing relates to the real world? Do you think there's any relationship between digital marketing and the real world, the way we live in our societies?
Can I just give it a go?
Yes.
Yeah, I think obviously there is actually, because uh, these days everyone has a smartphone,
Mm-hmm.
and also, I mean, most people these days, I mean, they consume a lot of like video content,
Mm-hmm.
and also, when it comes to messaging, or portray whatever you want to communicate with the consumers or target market, whatever the case might be. So it has to be short to the point, and also, not a lot of writing, but keep it short, keep it, nice and straight to the point. So I think digital marketing, it's all about try and make sure that you don't bore people with a lot of like writing, and so it's more like visual, short messaging, straight to the point, video content and all of that, I think.
Okay, thank you. Yes, the word that I just came across as you were saying there, there's too much information overload, and you don't want to bore people with so much information. So I do get that. Babadi?
I think digital marketing relates to the real world, in many aspects. Um, a few of them, like Simpua mentioned, the different platforms, okay, that are used to communicate messages and contact certain people. A good example of that would be um, my company tends to use a lot of digital marketing. Actually, we live off of it to communicate with clients, sending them emails, sending them, links, and a way to connect with them in a shorter way, unlike having to go directly to them and say, hey, listen, this is what needs to be done. Can you please do it? And then walking back and having to sort it out. I think it just creates a short, what can I call it? uh, it creates a shorter way of doing things. It's a shortcut method.
Okay.
Yeah, I,
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. And I don't know how many times I use my phone a day, and I don't know how many times I log onto social media, for example. And I think from a business perspective, digital marketing is so cheap and easily accessible. And also we know that quite a lot of people use their phones, use their gadgets, to do so many other activities that exist in the world. So it just makes sense for digital marketing to definitely exist in the real world.
Yeah, true. So, people literally live in the digital world, and businesses go where people are living. People are literally sleeping on social media. Even at 1 a.m., you find people on social media. You find people having access to their emails. You find people doing this and that. You find people ordering food. You remember, digital is not only about socializing, it's also about e-commerce, e-business. So almost even e-studying, e-education, people are doing learning. Right now, we are busy engaging using the digital platforms, be it your teams. So as long as people are literally living in the digital environment, it means that businesses need to go there. They need to communicate the same way those people are communicating. Even the platforms themselves, the digital platforms, the social networks. Remember, these networks were initially made, for socializing, but all of a sudden they are being commercialized. So you can actually see how digital marketing is then being incorporated into our daily lives. You can't scroll down on your news feeds without coming across advertising, without coming across marketing related content. I mean, how many times do you log in on your email? You go to your spam folder, for example, the products that are being sold to you. How many times would you go on Facebook or TikTok? All of a sudden, there's something popping up, or even on your browser. It means that we are actually living in the era of digital marketing. Remember, guys, digital marketing is the promotion of a brand, its product, its services on digital platform. That's what digital marketing is all about. And even offline nowadays, if you are not connected, you are still bombarded with digital content, because brands are now able to penetrate that instant offline period. For example, your mobile apps for banks, you can be able to transact on your bank without having internet access, as long as your data is on. I don't know which banks you guys banks with, but I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say here.
Yeah, we
You,
yes we do.
you can even use your GPS offline and stuff like that. Then here's a crucial question. Then, how is digital marketing essential to any business in today's environment? Do you think digital marketing is essential to all businesses? Hi, Kamohelo.
Hi, Nico.
How are you?
I'm well, thanks, and yourself?
I'm good. Welcome to the class. We have just started, but we are still probing the subject. So we haven't done the lesson for today yet. We are still in the introduction phase, introducing each other and introducing the subject. So we've already introduced each other, and now we're just perusing on what digital marketing is all about. I'm sure, or maybe I might be lying, but I think you know everyone who is in this class, right?
Yes. Yes, I'm familiar with them.
Okay. So the only person you are not familiar with, it's me. My name is Nico Banda, as I've already introduced myself. So of course I'm going to be the lecturer for this course, and I'm hoping to learn a lot from you. And who are you?
I'm Kamohelo Moeti, a third year digital marketing student and an employee in the South African entertainment industry. And yeah, I'm also looking forward to learning from everyone in here and also from the subject itself.
Okay, thank you so much, Kamo. I don't know, maybe if I can call you short name, or you
Yes,
want me to call the
perfect.
full one.
Kamo is
Yeah,
perfect.
thank you. And we're also hoping to learn a lot, especially from the entertainment industry space.
Of course, you will
Hmm.
get just that.
All right. Guys, do you think this digital marketing is essential to any business in today's environment? What do you think, guys?
I think it is. I mean, in essence, every business that operates in this day and age all has to do with sales, right?
Hmm.
And in order to get sales, I think you'd need to have some sort of channel that will help you reach the market that you're looking for. And there's many other channels that could help you identify the kind of your niche market. You know what I'm saying? So, in essence, I think that if you're a business, you would need something to help you along the way. And I think
Hmm.
digital marketing plays a huge role.
That's true.
And I think it's cheaper to send an email than send someone um, a letter, because obviously you'll need transport, petrol, a driver, and whatnot to send a letter to someone's place. But it's cheaper to use email, for example. And I think also what digital marketing does for companies, it's that it promotes them. So there's a level of awareness that you obviously get with using digital marketing for your business, and in turn you could then be considered in a list of many other brands. When consumers get to know you more, they can be like, oh, this service or product is actually cool, and that could lead to them acquiring your product or service.
Okay, that's correct. Does anyone wants to add on, or must I carry on?
Yes, I can also add on something. I think it
Mhm.
is essential for most businesses in today's world, because firstly, everyone today has shifted online, so all the consumers and most people are online. So if your business isn't visible digitally, you are probably missing out on a lot of potential customers. And as Mashiko said, that it is cheaper than traditional marketing like your TV ads, radio ads, or print advertising. So digital marketing is much, much easier. And just as a final thought, it is also very targeted and specific to the actual customers that you're actually looking for.
Okay, so just to add on what everyone has said, that's correct. But I was also expecting to hear you guys talking about measurement. With digital marketing, you can also have real-time measurements. I don't know if you guys know that. Like, it has got better reporting, especially to traditional marketing. And one of the challenges that I've come across, especially from people, those who have that I would say have done sexy subjects like your accounting, your engineering. They've got a way of taunting or tormenting us in the field of marketing, saying that, oh, marketing is not that essential. Marketing is not that sexy. You can't make money from marketing. As we deal with numbers, as we are engineering people and stuff like that. But one needs to understand that regardless of the industry that you're operating in, even if you're a general practitioner, a doctor, or you are a bookkeeper, or you are an engineer, for people to come to your practice, to know about your practice, you need to expose yourselves to them. All right? And you exposing yourself to those people, you are marketing yourself. So that's marketing. So you actually realize that each and every business actually needs marketing. Because how are customer going to know about your existence if you do not talk about your existence? So marketing is all about talking about the brand. It's all about talking about the product. It's all about talking about the services. It's all about doing research and understanding your customers. And without doing that, it means that businesses are not going to survive. And for the fact that now people are engaging and doing more online, it means that it is essential for all businesses to have a digital marketing function. However, in order for digital marketing to be successful, there are 5 Ds that we need to consider as digital marketers. These are the 5 Ds of managing digital marketing interaction. So, in order for a business to interact with consumers, 5 Ds are needed for that interaction to be successful. Which Ds do you think related to these guys? What is it that is needed for consumers or for individuals to interact with brands online?
I don't know. Can I try?
Yes?
Is the desire somewhere there?
Keep trying. The desire is there, but it's also offline. That's the problem. The desire is there. Of course, you need desire to communicate, but you can also do that offline. I see KM Kamo.
I'd say for digital marketing to happen, we would need firstly digital devices.
Yes, so we need a device. Like right now, guys, for us to interact as it stands, everyone has got a device. Whether you guys are using your laptops, whether you guys are using your phones, but a device is a starting point. You can't be on TikTok without a device. You can't be on WhatsApp without a device. And it's not only a device, but that device must be compatible to have emails, must be compatible to have those channels for us to communicate. It makes sense, right? What is the other D? So we need a device. What else do we need to manage a
What
digital
about data
marketing interaction?
connection?
Besh, I didn't get you.
What about data connection?
We need data. Yes, we need data. So we just call it data, digital data. So data here comes in two ways, Besh. Data in terms of internet connection, because of course you need to have Wi-Fi access, or you need to have data bangles. But the other data that we need here is people's information, people's data, customer data. So in order for me to interact with you, be it on WhatsApp, I need your number. If I don't have your number, I cannot interact with you on WhatsApp. So I need information about you. In order for me to engage with you as a business, I need your email address. That's customer data. I need your social media handles. So yes, we need data in form of customer information and data in form of internet connection. That's correct. So we now have two. We have got a device and we have got data. What about the third one? Which D do we need there?
Technology, maybe.
Digital platforms.
Yo, guys, you are being too fast. I heard so many things there which are correct.
Digital technology.
Yes, technology actually oils the other four Ds. Because the reason, guys, why we are interacting right now, it is because of technology. Technology makes things possible. You know, think about video conferencing, how it has made productivity easier, especially as a result of the pandemic. And these technologies, they are not static, they are always evolving. So that's why technology is part of the 5 Ds of managing interaction. It is because, with innovation, with technology, things are made easier day by day. Think about how WhatsApp is evolved as a result of technology. I mean, there were single ticks before, now double ticks, blue ticks, there are now statuses and so forth. It is being made possible as a result of technology and innovation. Nowadays, AI is being incorporated on digital platforms on how people communicate, making interaction easier. So yes, digital technology is correct. We have got device, we have got data, we have got technology, digital technology. We are missing two. Which one is the fourth one? I heard it elsewhere.
Um,
We-
uh,
Someone mentioned here, I
uh,
remember.
Digital platforms.
Oh,
Yes, a
media.
platform.
uh,
So digital platform. So your platform will be your WhatsApp. We've got social media platforms, we've got email platforms, your Outlook, your Gmail. So in order for customers to interact with businesses via emails, you must have an email account. You must have your Gmail, your Outlook, your Yahoo. whatever email platform it could be, a social media platform, your website platform. So a platform is needed. Without a platform, there's actually no interaction. So you can have a device, you can have your technology, you know, you can have information about the customers, but if there's no platform, it is impossible to interact with those customers. Then what is the last one?
Uh, Digital media.
Yes.
Because okay. No, the thing is, because I'm in media, and then there's because now we're moving obviously over to like digital, because it's outdoor digital media now. So I think digital media.
Yes, that's correct. Digital media is another element of the 5Ds, because there is content that we need to engage on. So digital media refers to digital content, be it something that is on YouTube. People need to interact with it. That's where your graphic designing also comes in, Simpiwe. Be it images on WhatsApp. How many times are we engaging and interacting with people based on the statuses that they are sharing, the images and the jokes, your memes and everything that they are sharing there? So digital media is also important because it forms the basis on where to interact. Right now we are using slides. That's the digital media that we are basing ourselves on. I don't know if I'm making any sense. So, in summary, these are the 5Ds that we are going to be looking at as this year progresses. We are going to be talking a lot about devices, because devices do contribute. Where I'm working is that we developed are based on devices lots than anything else, because devices can actually help us to segment our content. We can be able to know whether people are accessing our content via desktop or via a tablet or via a smartphone, mobile. So you can actually be able to tell, like, if, for example, on the statistics, on the metrics, it says that 75 of our readers, because I work for a magazine, 75 of our readers our accesses our magazine using a desktop. It means that these are people who are actually working while behind the screen at work, you know. So we can now be able to come up with strategies that will tell those people. If it's mobile, we can also be able to tell that these are people who are always on the go, who are always on the move. So these 5Ds actually contribute to strategy development. Whatever that you are coming up with that you want to generate sales can be determined by these 5Ds. Are there any questions so far?
No.
And does it make sense?
Yes, it does. It does.
Yeah, guys, I'm a very open person. If I'm boring, you tell me, up your socks. That's part of strategy. That's part of creativity. I have to think outside the box. If whatever that I'm saying is not coming up well, we need to practice what we are teaching. Okay, so that's a summary of how the 5Ds contribute to digital marketing. You already have access to these slides. They are on Core Campus. And I don't know if you had a look at them before this class or if you are having a look at them now. Then, of course, with the 5Ds, these 5Ds are also going to help you reach your customers, so we can apply the RACE model to them, which is part of the customer life cycle. As you can see, there's reach, act, convert, engage. So it's the RACE model. And this is just revision because I believe that you guys did this in your second year, right? Are you familiar with this graphic on the screen?
Not graphic per se, but yes, we are familiar with the race model.
Mm. So realize that digital marketing, particularly the 5 Ds of managing digital marketing interactions, can help you reach uh, your customers, your audience. And you can do this through paid media, owned media, and media. We are going to talk about types of media. Remember, I said digital media is part of the 5 Ds in a few lessons to come. And it can also help you stimulate your customers to act on specific messages. So this will be your call to action. Do you want them to, are you raising awareness about a product, or do you actually want them to buy? So that can always help as well. The 5 Ds can help you convert customers into actual buyers. And also the 5 Ds, uh, they foster dialogue so you can be able to engage um, with your customers. As you know, with digital media, good enough is not one-way communication. It means that customers can talk back to you. That's why we call them 5 Ds of managing digital marketing interaction. Interaction means that two parties are engaging one another. It's not a one-way communication. So the customer life cycle is the process of potential customers becoming aware of a product, making a purchase from a brand, and ideally becoming a company's long-term customer. That's not easy because we're going to talk about CRM as well in this subject, customer relationship management, because raising awareness won't automatically turn you into a loyal customer. There's lots that needs to be done. However, the process is made up of 5 stages, which is reach, acquisition, conversion, retention, and loyalty. And I've realized this not only in digital marketing, but in Mjolo as well, in relationships. It's always easy to raise awareness to reach customers. It's always easy to convince them to acquire the knowledge, to know about the product, and to actually turn them into buying that product. But the difficult part is making them come back, which is retention. How do you keep your existing customers? That's the part that is always difficult. And for that matter, to make them loyal. I mean, human beings, even if you look from a psychology point of view, human beings are not born loyal. So how can they all of a sudden become loyal customers? A lot has to be done. I'm not saying that human beings cannot be loyal, but psychology would tell you that the probability of human beings being loyal, a lot has to be done. I mean, I would ask you guys, how many times have you been at Woolworths, and tomorrow you wake up being at Pick and Pay? Why can't you stick to Woolies or forever? Have you guys been to one retail supermarket? It means that you guys are very loyal, eh?
But I answered,
Come
I
on.
said no. We've never been to one, like all throughout our lives, to one supermarket, wire. We always go to different ones because of different reasons. That could be prices,
Mhm.
specials, type of marketing that they're doing,
Proximity. Mhm.
proximity, yes, location, where how close it is, or probably, I don't know, something that the other supermarket doesn't have, the other one has variety and um stock.
Mm. It's always tricky. And yeah, I'm talking about getting the same product, the same Cadbury chocolate that you'd get um, at Woolies. I mean, you'd still want to get it elsewhere, and it's always tricky. So that's where digital marketing becomes relevant because remember, as I said at the beginning, the digital space is very clouded. So now it's up to digital marketers to try by all means to convince their customers to be loyal. I mean, we have seen loyal customers. I'm not saying that customers are not loyal at all. There is that one person who has always been using Apple product ever since. Like the first smartphone that they had, maybe it was iPhone 4, and now they've got an iPhone 16 or whatever latest iPhone it is. They've never changed. They've always been loyal to iPhones or Apple products. And it means that there's something that is Apple doing, right? And you've got that person who have been loyal to Samsung. They are happy, despite the noise that they'll be getting from iOS users. They are happy with their Android phones. So we need to study the anatomy of loyalty, the anatomy of convincing customers to stay, which is always difficult, as we have seen with the supermarkets. So every brand can guide the customer journey. You can nudge customers. Most customers follow a similar set of steps when it comes to choosing a brand's product, eventually becoming loyal to that brand. Rather than leaving that to a chance and hoping that customers will choose you, you can guide them in your direction, sort of nudging them. That's why you would see, guys, if you go to a website right now, you want to buy something online, and all of a sudden you leave something in a basket or you have changed your mind, you receive an email saying that you forgot something in your basket. Have you come across that?
Yeah.
Wait.
Mm. They are nudging you. They do not want to lose you. They want you to come back to whatever you were doing, complete that purchase, you know? So the process is not really about manipulating potential customers. It is intentionally giving customers the kind of content they are looking for, and that's providing value. In doing so, brands prove that they are a reputable, transparent brand that has its visitors and customers' best intentions at heart. And brands are, through digital marketing, brands are learning a lot from their customers. Besh, you are into consumer market. Now I'm talking the aspects of consumer research, of consumer market. Digital marketing is not only about promoting and selling a brand, it's also about learning your customers, knowing the consumer behavior, their patterns. You know, we can actually know that Kamo on Valentine's in 2021, uh, he bought A, B, C, D, he bought flowers. Meaning that if it's Valentine's 2026, we can predict Kamo's behavior that he's going to buy those flowers. And if he doesn't buy, we are going to automate and send an email to him saying that you might have forgotten to buy the flowers. And all of a sudden, Kamo will feel special, like, oh, these people really know about me, you know? And sometimes knowing that things are tough, a brand can even say that, oh, we realize that you did not buy the flowers as you annually do so. Here is a 50% discount for you to get your flowers on time. I mean, I'm talking about the things that we come across on a daily basis as consumers, right? How many times are we reminded to buy things that we forgot to buy, like that we buy on frequently, and all of a sudden brands are reminding us to come and get it. Your gym membership, reminding you that it's time for renewal, and so forth. So digital marketing can provide you tools to monitor the customer life cycle. It can provide you the metrics to know when and how consumers are interacting with the brand. Are there any questions?
All good.
Okay, I hope kuyazwakala. Then we also have disruptors. This word disruption is not a good word when you look at it from a literal point of view. What comes to your mind when you hear the word disruption?
Disaster.
Mm-hmm. Disaster. What else?
A disturbance.
Disturbance. Uh-huh.
Chaos.
Chaos. Yes, chaos. Mm-hmm. Chaos.
Havoc.
Havoc. Yeah. You see, You can actually picture it, guys, as you say these words: anarchy, disorder. That's what always comes to our mind. When we hear the term disruption. However, from a business point of view, what comes to your mind, guys, when you hear the word disruption?
Competition, maybe.
Competition, yes. Mm-hmm. What else?
Disrupting your competitors, customers, and putting your brand or name in front of their screens instead of the competitors.
So, do you mean snatching customers? I want to understand you better there.
Yes, like
Okay,
disrupting, causing havoc to their customers and putting your name in front.
causing an upset.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking,
Come
I'm
again, Besh.
thinking, sorry, I wanted to say, I'm thinking new tech from a digital marketing perspective, new tech being introduced, for example, TikTok coming into the fold and competing with apps like Instagram, what is this, X, yeah,
Okay, yeah. What came to my
innovation
mind,
basically.
I actually thought someone was going to say disruption also introduces new ways of doing things, right? Like all of a sudden, we've got the new normal. I don't know if you guys have heard the word new normal in your industries. It's a disruption. Mobile banking, it's part of disruption. All of a sudden, people can transact from their phones without going to the branch. They've disrupted what we used to do before. I don't know if I'm making any sense.
Yeah, you are. Because a good example of that would be when Capitec said officially made it, a norm for their people to be able to withdraw cash at any ATM,
Mm,
the same price as they would at their own ATM. So I think that was quite weird, but also it was a disruption.
mm. Instead of going to the restaurant, you can order food. That's a new normal disruption. So disruptors are innovators, guys, when it comes to digital media. Think about your YouTube, as someone mentioned TikTok,
Teams as
which,
well, working from home and being on Teams the whole time.
mm, yes. So this enables a change to a new basis for competition in a market or across markets. Digital disruptors are also startups or existing brands that, through agility, are good examples of impacting competitors through disruption, as we discussed. And digital disruption, digital marketing is when a new technology, platform, or strategy comes along and challenges the status quo, as we have said with your Capitec, with your mobile banking, and so forth. So there are new tools and apps promising to revolutionize how brands reach customers. Remember, I spoke about 5 Ds of managing customer interactions. However, to truly classify yourself as a digital disruptor, the technology or the idea or the platform must change the playing field and lead brands to reconsider their marketing efforts. So some recent examples of disruption, of course, you've got your VR, AR, your chatbots, artificial intelligence, machine learning, voice searches, and so forth. So it means in digital marketing, we don't sleep on duty. We can be disrupted in any time. So it is always crucial to know what is ahead, to follow the trends, to be abreast of anything that is happening so that you don't kicked out of competition. So disruption is part of the oiling of the engine of digital marketing. Because without disruption, you wouldn't know whether you're doing the right thing or not. You wouldn't know whether you're reaching customers efficiently or not. You wouldn't know whether you're engaging with customers efficiently or not. You wouldn't know whether there are tools that are getting accurate information from customers or not. So, in conclusion, the digital age has grown up with internet access. People depend heavily on mobile devices. I think it's best to say that she can't even imagine being offline for a while. People heavily consume social networking services, your social media platforms, and they consider speed to be among the important characteristics of digital products. How do you feel, guys, when you're trying to apply or trying to browse and the internet is very slow?
Yeah, no, it's frustrating, man.
Mm.
Yeah.
You feel like you can strangle someone to death, eh?
True.
That's how frustrating it is. So, in the context of business, the digital community is embraced as an emerging and potentially lucrative way to segment consumers for the purpose of marketing. So, that's why, guys, I said digital marketing is essential to all businesses in today's environment. The digital channel marketing has become essential part of strategy of many brands. Brands can make use of digital platforms such as smartphones, your tablets, your laptops. Nowadays, you've got smart televisions, your game consoles, and so forth. Digital disruption is when new technology, changes the playing field. We have discussed that. Are there any questions or any comments? Are we all good, guys?
Yes, I am.
Okay, perfect. Now let's move on to lesson 2. Then after lesson 2, we can then have a break. I don't know, guys, if you want a break now, because I want us to be done before 10. I know everyone is tired.
Did you say before 10?
Remember, this lesson is 4 hours from 6 to 10. However, from my side, there's no way I can get to 10, guys.
I'm happy to continue.
Okay.
I'm also happy to continue. But I just want to ask you something, Abe, quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I've got my textbook in front of me, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So we spoke about 5 Ds of
Mm-hmm.
digital marketing, right?